Hey guys, we're gonna do something fun today. You've seen all those videos on spicy ramen challenges. We're gonna take a spin on that and do the spicy ramen beat challenge. So I have 4 packs of spicy ramens here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a beat, and by the end of eating all 4 ramens, we're gonna see what kind of beat we end up with. So I went to my local Korean grocery shop and got a bunch of spicy ramen. If you want spicy, Korean style is the way to go. By the way, guys, today's video is sponsored by Skillshare, but more on this later. So I got this one in a cup. It's called a Shin Spicy Noodle. This one's a black noodle soup. Here's a veggie noodle soup. And here's some mild seafood flavor. So yeah, we're just gonna add some water, cook up the noodles, and let's see what happens. So I'm going to show you the Asian way of doing this, and this is the proper ways to add the noodles to some boiling water and just let it cook for a minute or two until the noodles are softened.
A few moments later.
Once it's soft enough, you can use a chopstick and break it apart. And I like my noodles crunchy, so I don't like to overcook them because then it's too soft. So usually a minute or 2 is good, because we're gonna be putting it back into the hot soup, so it's gonna cook again. So you don't want to overcook it because then it'll get soft. So I'd say that's pretty much done. Alright, and this is the next essential step, and sorry for my messy sink here. I didn't have time to clean before this, but let some cold running water run in your sink, and then wash the noodles through the cold water. Daddy. The reason why we want to wash out the starches, then when we add it to the soup, you get a more clear soup. And then wash off that pot we had earlier, wash off that starch. You don't want that starch on the pot. And then we're just gonna add a cup and a half of boiling water, and then we're gonna add the soup mix. Okay, once the water's hot enough, just dump the soup mix. Okay, and this is also another thing we do as Asians. We tend to add a fried egg into the soup. Like fry an egg and then add it to the soup. But I'm currently on a specific diet and I can't have eggs, so I'm skipping that step. Also, you could add some meat. For example, you can add some ham into the mix, so now you have some protein in there. And then finally, just add the noodles in. Heat up the noodles again just for a few seconds and then drop it into a bowl. Another way I could have done this was just I would have left the noodles in a bowl and then drop the soup in. But I just wanted to cook up the noodles real quick, so I just included it. There's my ham. All right, there's my first noodle. So let's start the spicy beat challenge. All right, guys, let's eat and make this happen. Pretty good with spice, but I warn you, for those new to Korean food, it does get pretty spicy, so be careful. Wow, that's good stuff. This noodle has a nice kick to it. The soup is really nice too. It has a nice kind of almost seafood salty flavor. Spice is bearable. South American percussions here. Let's try another rhythm. I want to make this 2 bars. I'm going to do the classic stranger rhythm. That's kind of cool. What happens if we add a full kick here? Okay. There's a snare, repeats every 3/8 notes. I think we need more hi-hats on every 8th note. All right, I'm happy with that rhythm. Why don't we check in with some bass? Actually, before I go there, I found this really cool sample in Splice. earlier. Let's see if we can use it. Yeah, this one. Come on, guys, I'm Asian. This ain't no thing, man. I'm ready for some bass, but I'm almost done this noodle here. I think we should make the next one. Let's pop in a bass sound first, I guess. So we got one of my favorite synths right now, Vital, and it's for free. A lot of you guys may not know. Go to vital.audio and you can grab Vital for free. And I'm using the bass sounds from Wubs and Wobbles. Let's see what we can find. It's all right. Let's keep messing around. We might have something better. All right, let's do it. You guys want to know another secret trick? Add like a teaspoon or two of sesame oil, and this will add a really nice nutty flavor. Just a little bit. Don't overdo it. So we're gonna zoom in on this sample and take this guy. Maybe we're gonna duplicate it like this. Just 3 times might be enough. And then take this one and do the same thing. This adds a little bit more funk to it. That spice is getting to my throat. Let's see what we can find in Wubs and Wobbles. I love this one. Disgusto. Very proud of this one. Oh, we should eat some noodle. That sesame oil adds a nice touch. Remember, the key is don't overcook your noodles. Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. If you're a beginner, you want to learn the basics of music production and Ableton, then make sure you check out my Ableton Essential Exercises on Skillshare. I have a series of 5 classes where you'll learn the basics of drum programming, cutting up breaks, and also writing bass lines. And I just added some new additions to my Chopping Breaks 101 class. So if you want to get a few more advanced tips on cutting up breaks, make sure you check out that class. For those that don't know, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes to help you improve and expand on your creativity and passions. In addition to their music production classes, I encourage you guys to check out their graphic design, marketing, and even video editing classes. All essential skills for a musician today. The benefit of Skillshare is that there are no ads, and the first 1,000 people that use my link in the description will receive 1 month free trial of their premium membership. So check it out, and I'll see you at my class on Skillshare. Let's find another bass to fill out the spaces in between that. Let's find a wobble. Oh, that one's pretty sick. Maybe we can play with the timing and all, and the LFO rate. Maybe we can add a light amen break in the background just to fill out. Although I try to stay away from the amen because I've used it so much in my tenure. Let's see if we can, another way is to fill it out with ride cymbals. Those percussion sounds could be slightly louder. Let's just fancy our curiosity and get that amen in there. You never know until you try it, right? There, we want that. We want ka chicka chicka ka. Just loop it. So we gotta add some EQ and compression. Lately, I've been going to Fab Filter and its compression and EQ. You can take out the bottom end. That really adds more energy. We don't want to give away all the drums yet, so you might want to mute some of the shuffles, right? Like these guys. And then at the end of the sample, use my favorite effect on that very last note. So we want to turn it off right before. Love that effect. It never gets old. Okay, let's see what we got. Sounds cool, but it's a bit disjointed because it sounds like it's two completely two different tunes when it drops. So what we can do to remedy that is tease a bit of that original sample at the drop rate. Maybe just play it up to there or something. Or just the first, maybe that first note there. And what we could do is maybe add a delay to it. So I've just duplicated it. And for this one, we'll add a delay. So now we have this. Okay, so now it's less disjointed when you combine those two sounds. We're getting there. Let's fill the intro maybe with another sound. I'm hearing like a synth sound or something. I'm thinking Pigments for this. Another one of my favorite go-to synths, Pigments. That might work. Let's just capture that. We had some notes like this here. Make it 4 bars. This seafood one isn't spicy at all, so this is kind of like a cheat, but oh well. Alright, we got our third noodle. This time I made sure it was spicy, so no more cheating here. And yeah, let's have a sip of this noodle soup. Indeed, it's spicy. And add a riser right before. That riser helped. Let's automate the LFO of that wobble sound. On the next 16, we could reintroduce the sound here. Maybe add a little kick roll. Alright, we pretty much have a tune here. And guys, I think I gotta call it quits. If I eat any more noodle, I'm gonna be dead tomorrow. I think I passed the test though. I got no problem with the spice. This is nothing. Believe me, I've had spicier. I'm not saying I'm the spice king. There's definitely some spices I cannot handle, but this stuff is like baby stuff. But we have pretty much have a track. I had 2.5 noodles here, so I think I did pretty good. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. But yeah, we have a pretty much a basis of a pretty cool track here. We got some nice bass going on and the sample. I like how the drums are sounding. I'll just let this sit and ferment and come back to it. Maybe I'll show you guys what it has become once I've worked on it a little bit more. But I think that's we can call this pretty much game because it sounds pretty good. And yeah, we'll add more soon. So let me know down in the comments, did I pass the spicy ramen beat challenge? All right, guys, thanks for watching the Spicy Ramen Beat Challenge. Hopefully I did you guys well here. I'm still working on this noodle, but my stomach's going to be dying tomorrow, so I should probably stop. Once again, now you guys know how to make spicy ramen, and you guys know how to make a pretty cool beat. So once again, my name is Stranger. If you want to improve your music production and sound design, make sure you follow my channel, subscribe, and like this video. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep practicing. I'll see you at the next video.